Alright guys, Simon here, Minecraft Monastery. Alright, so I think it's time to build that house up there. So we're gonna build a relatively fancy house, although not that fancy to be honest. It's gonna be a bit more complicated, so I think I'll take my dirt and use the dirt to design this thing before putting in the stone and the wood and whatnot. Haven't really thought about how to do it or made any decisions about what materials to use and what shapes to make it, but the staircases go like this, right? So we get to here, and we do need to leave room to access these rooms so that we can't build it right here. I guess we can push it back a little bit so we can kind of have the wall. Do we want a balcony out here or not? I guess we don't really have to. Alright, so we can have it here. So if we say we're marking out the corners of this thing, it can be there, although it can also be further back this way. In fact, we can make the front door like back here. So the stairs are there. So the top of the stairs, let me just fill this in. So the top of the stairs can be like here, and then the door to the house should be okay. Well, I don't know if I want to do that though, because there's no room back here, is there? Like, we can make the door to the house like there, or even there, and then go in here. That gives us quite a lot of space back here to build this thing. Let me just excavate that. I think I'll do this. So let me put some torches back down, and how wide should the house be? I guess, I mean, we can make it all the way to the side of the mountain there and fill this in a little bit. This is the top of the next bit of rooms, right? Alright, so let's just make this big. Right, yep, right. Let's just end it there, okay. And we can flatten that out. Probably need more shovels. Alright, so there's the space. I guess I will cut into there. So this is going to be actually quite a big house if we think about it. I'm thinking 2 stories and this big. So oh wait, the front is there. Maybe I'll push this back 1 block. Alright, so the wall is like there. Alright, that's probably better. So this is gonna be about this big. It's gonna be taller than this. So we need floor. Actually, do we want it? Actually, let's just make it bigger. So 1 block for the floor, and then 3 block gap, and then 1 more block for the floor, and then 3 block gap, and then 1 block for the roof. Or maybe a half block for the floor. We can do that as well. Maybe half block for the floor. No, we'll make a full block for the floor because the half block makes the furniture complicated. Alright, so there's all this space. I still haven't decided what materials to make it out of too. We can do sandstone again. I don't know if I want to though. Alright, if we want it to be impressive, maybe we can have columns at the front. Just completely unnecessarily fancy. But that's good, we want to do that. Because, you know, we want to make this a pretty special house at the top. So let's just fill that in. So the front door is like there. Imagine... Actually, we can have the door there, and then we can step up back here. So you kind of walk indoors and then you step up, alright. I'm just trying to fit the space in here, because the doors are going to be here. The staircase doesn't really fit in there. Although we can probably fit the staircase... No, I'm going to do it like that. Right. And then all of this is going to be the flooring. I hope I have enough dirt for all of this. Alright, so we're gonna do something crazy. I'm gonna do columns at the front. So 3, 3, and then how can we space this? Can we do... Oh, good. We can do that. Columns at the front, so there's like a little... outdoor area here. And then I guess back here is the actual house. So the front door, I guess we have kitchen, bathroom, lounge here, although we need a staircase up, don't we? We do. So stairs up, little space, and then stairs up. 1, 2, 3 space. I need 3 more blocks out of there, don't I? Actually, no. 1, 2, 3, 4 more blocks out of there for the, space and then the ceiling. Alright, let me excavate this. It's gonna take a little while. I'm gonna put some torches down. Alright, be right back. So a little bit of excavating later, and it's a bit strange. It's a bit strange, to be honest. Although the whole thing's a bit strange, but that's the whole point of it. I'm not sure it fits there, but let me just keep going. I think the columns in the front might be a little too flat. So there's the second level. Oh, I missed a bit. There's a second level, so I'm thinking stairs up here, and I guess this all really has to be a solid wall, doesn't it? I mean a solid floor. Alright, so the floor there. And removing these bits. Right, so I guess we'll figure out the bottom first, because I really don't think that's very good at the moment. Oh, that's... I think we should have the floor out here as well. And make this whole thing overhang. That. What to do here? I guess we'll make it stick out a little bit. And close that off. Should I... Yep, let's do that. Alright, so give ourselves a bit more space out here as well. I'm not really explaining this very well, am I? I'm kind of just, you know, talking and building. We want this to be a... oh crap. We want this to be a relatively fancy building here. Let's see, I think the columns are a bit strange there because they kind of flush with the floors. Maybe I'll push the columns back. There's not much room back there anymore, so we might not actually have freestanding columns. We might end up having like just columns in front of walls. So I think if we push this back, it will be a little bit better. Although maybe this can be like that. There, let's just see what that looks like from downstairs. So pushing the columns back means that you emphasize the two horizontals above and below it. So emphasize that line there and that line there. And the columns are still there. So that looks a bit better from down here. There's this stuff in the front, though. Don't think it matters too much. We might have to change that. That's a later date, but not right now. Alright, so we're gonna push the columns back. Let's remove this. There's not enough room back here anymore. So we're gonna make it so that well, that's the wall, I guess. We can just kind of, glass this stuff off, and that's the front wall. Yeah, glass that, and then use stairs and upside down stairs for those maybe. So that's the front wall. So I'm thinking lounge. Let's see. Bedroom, office, or maybe like bedroom office here. And then kitchen, dining, and bathroom here. So bathroom can be underneath the stairs. And it doesn't have to be very big. Should we make this a wall? Is that a problem? Nope, that's just fine. Alright, so bathroom can be like there. In here. Yeah, that's gonna work. A bit strange though, maybe there. Having the kitchen too close to the bathroom is not actually good, because sanitation and all that. What do we have? A small kitchen, just like there. So like a kitchenette there, and then tables and chairs here. So oh, that's gonna be a wall, isn't it? Yeah, okay. Oh, wait. That's not... Unless we... Okay, we're gonna have to make that... So I'm gonna excavate this and make that a wall as well. So I excavate that and then use, I don't know, timber or some kind of stone to face that. Alright, so that's still fine there. Tables and chairs, tables and chairs. Okay, chairs. 3. A pretty big table. And then chairs. That's a huge table. Alright, that's fine. Bathroom here, kitchen there. Tables and chairs here. That's fine. And then glass. So these are giant windows. We can look out and see the courtyard and all that. That's good. And see the temple on the other side of the courtyard. So out here, similar thing as below. I guess we will continue the same pattern. That bridge there probably needs to be changed. So downstairs, unless we change this as well with something, I don't know what though. So downstairs we had those columns like that, right? Let me just see what that looks like from the front. That's pretty interesting, I think. Wait, what am I playing on? Peaceful, that's why. Oh crap. I was wondering why I was recovering health so quickly. Alright. So back in. Yeah, like that little bit there, I might have to demolish because we can't, like it kind of blocks the view of this thing. Although maybe it doesn't really matter. I don't know, I'll decide on that later on, but for now, that looks pretty cool. I like that, I think. Alright, back up. I have to decide where the bedroom goes and where the office goes. So all of that is fine. Upstairs, that's fine. We need light. The fact that the stairs end here means that we need a corridor up here. Which is a bit of a pain, isn't it? Because if we put a corridor here, then there's no room left for the office. That's not good. It's not good at all. Let's see, bathroom. Unless we just make the bedroom through the office. Which is also fine, I guess. Yeah, that's also fine because you're not going to, you know, like walking through the office into the bedroom. If only one guy ever lives here, then it's not a problem. Is it? No, that should be fine. That should be fine. Just trying to think. It's a bit strange, like to have one room go through the other room. But and especially it's true if it's like if there's multiple people in the house, and then you know, like if someone else is working in the office and then you kind of going to bed, and you gotta go through the office. That's a bit strange. But in this case, we're not doing that because there's only one guy living here. So we're gonna have an office there, a massive office there. And then off the office, so the office is here, and then through here, the bedroom with a balcony looking out the other side. Like that. I guess that can be like a window, and that can be like a balcony. And we don't really need a window here, although we might put one in anyway. Like that whole thing can be glass there.